Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, you know what time of the year it is. It's the time where the greed machine is getting hungry. And the greed machine wants us to embrace in sync and bye. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are not paying attention this holiday season, all your money is just gonna disappear because the greed machine sets out a lot of money traps this time of the year. And if you're not paying attention, you're gonna have no money to start the next year. But I am here, El Agustin, to bring some light into the darkness and expose these money traps with 10 money traps to avoid this holiday season. Trap number 1, being an Oprah Winfrey wannabe. You know, during this time of the year, we all want to be as generous as Oprah Winfrey, but we don't have the resources that Oprah has, but we still want to get something for everyone. So what we do is we go to the dollar store and just buy a bunch of crap. And on Christmas Day, when the entire family is gathered around the tree, we walk out with our box of crap and say, all right, family, this year I decided to do something a little different, and I got a little something for everyone. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You get a bag of crap, and you get a bag of crap, and you get a bag of crap. Everyone gets their own bag of crap. Yeah! A huge part of the holidays is gift giving, and as much as I don't agree with that, that's the society that we're living in. And I buy gifts for people, but I don't buy gifts for everyone. My first money trap to avoid is buying something for everyone. Because you're not Oprah Winfrey, and you have to accept that. And not just go to the dollar store and just pick out a bunch of crap for everyone to hand out bags of crap. Because the reality is, even though people might appreciate it in the moment, they're not really doing that much with it. And it ends up costing you a lot of money. So to avoid this trap, just be selective on who you buy gifts for. Get it for kids, direct family members, maybe Secret Santa. But you don't need to get a gift for everyone. Trap number 2, forgetting influencers are selling to you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the time of the year when social media starts to ramp up and you start to see all this content of people trying to sell things to you. You might see Amazon list of things to buy or nice little lists of things that you can buy people that is under $30. And I don't really see anything necessarily wrong with this type of content, but I think it's important to remember that the goal of this content is to sell to you. It's important to remember that people promote products not because they love the product or they think the product will improve your life, although those are reasons, but they're trying to get a commission when you buy something. For example, if you look at my description box down below, you'll see a couple links of books I recommend from Amazon. And if you click on the link and you buy it, I get a little commission. And as of now, I have made $4.77. Thank you very much, the viewers. But my second money trap to avoid is forgetting the intention of these videos, forgetting that these people are actually just trying to sell you things so they can make a commission. And there's nothing wrong with it, but it's important to remember that. And to avoid this trap, just be conscious of what you consume and not consume too much of this content, because ultimately it will make you buy more things. Trap number 3, getting in debt to buy adults' gifts. There are 3 little humans in this world that call me Uncle El Agustin, and I tell them that's Mr. Uncle El Agustin to you kids. But besides that, I do not really have that much to say about kids. And if I started giving tips about kids, I would get eaten alive in the comment section. But I think that gift giving is mainly for the children. Because children don't have jobs and they don't have money, so they can't just go to the store and buy things for themselves, so it's exciting for them. And as much as we want to show our appreciation through gift giving, you shouldn't go in debt to buy an adult a gift. Adults have money and adults have jobs and adults can just go to the store and buy their own stuff. My third money trap to avoid is going in debt to buy adults gifts. You know, I can understand a parent going in debt over their child because they want their child to have a good Christmas, but it's absurd to think that you would go in debt to buy a grown adult a water-powered foot massager. To avoid this trap, just don't go in debt to buy adults gifts. Just be more selective of who you buy gifts for. And if they're truly adults, they should understand that they're not going to get their water-powered foot massager this Christmas. Trap number 4, one-click checkout. When you order something on Amazon or another website, it is fascinating to see how much effort they put in to make you forget that you're actually spending money. For example, if you have an Amazon account with all your information in, you can click one button, the one-click checkout, and have the package delivered to your house in 48 hours. And the problem with this is that it makes you forget that you're spending your hard-earned money. It takes away the feeling of parting with money. On average, people spend less money when they're paying with cash instead of card because when you spend money in cash, you physically hand over the money and it makes you realize that you're actually spending money, which ultimately makes you spend less. My fourth money trap to avoid is one-click checkout. Because if you're not being conscious of actually spending money, then you'll actually spend more, and one-click checkouts makes you forget that you're actually spending money. And to avoid this trap, don't save your card information. Physically type it in, because when you physically type in your card information, it reminds you that you're spending money, which ultimately makes you spend less. Trap number 5, panic shipping. I need to vent for a second, ladies and gentlemen. One marketing strategy that really bothers me during the holidays is when delivery companies like Amazon, UPS, or FedEx call their employees heroes. In every single holiday season, you hear these stories of their workers working long hours away from their families so they can make sure that everyone gets their unicorns versus llamas game delivered before Santa Claus comes. And by calling their employees heroes, they can justify working their employees to death while the corporate executives make record-breaking profits. I mean, it's an extremely successful marketing strategy. And once we get closer to Christmas, you start hearing all these news stations trying to get you to panic, saying, if you don't order your packages by December 15th, they won't arrive by Christmas. And it ultimately makes people panic and spend more money. My fifth money trap to avoid is panicking over shipping times, because when you panic over shipping times, you end up making very quick decisions and spending more money. To avoid this trap, plan early or just don't panic, because things can wait. The world ain't over if unicorns versus llamas ain't delivered before Santa Claus comes. Trap number 6, panic buying over limited supplies left. Another strategy that companies use to get people to panic buy is using the words limited supplies left. You see this a lot when you're shopping on Amazon or when you're looking for a hotel where it says only 3 left in stock, order soon, and the goal of this is to get you to panic thinking that it's not going to be there when you come back. But let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, it is almost always there when you come back. Call me crazy, but I think they might just be fibbing a little bit to get you to panic buy. My 6th money trap to avoid is panicking over limited supplies left, because it's almost always there when you come back. And when you panic, it makes you spend money quicker where you don't even get to think through your decision. So to avoid this trap, chill out a little bit, because there ain't no shortage of crap in this world. Trap number 7, being unprepared when traveling. Now this one is extremely practical. Most people, including myself, are planning on traveling this holiday season. And if you're traveling to the airport or just traveling in general, when you seek what is convenient, it ends up being 2 or 3 times the price. I mean, they're ripping off people left and right in those airports. And when you travel, you have to be prepared. You have to expect you'll be hungry. You have to expect you'll be thirsty and bring food and snacks. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to be prepared when you're traveling, because when you're not prepared, you end up spending 2 or 3 times the price for convenience. And most of the time, the stuff they sell at the airports, it don't fill you up anyways. But the airport is not like the movie theater. You're allowed to bring food and snacks in an empty water bottle through the gate. My 7th money trap is being unprepared when traveling. When you're unprepared, you end up spending way too much money on convenience. And to avoid this trap, simply be prepared. Trap number 8, tipping the mailman. Ladies and gentlemen, during this time of the year, we all want to be Oprah Winfrey and just be extremely generous to everyone. And sometimes we go extremely far with our gift giving, where we're talking about tipping the mailman. You know, I saw a news special the other day that was talking about how much money you should give various people in your life, and it was saying that you should give your mailman a gift of $20. And if you can afford that and you want to do it, then do it. I am not here to tell you what to do. I'm just a guy in a Santa hat in my apartment by myself talking to this camera. The neighbors must think I am crazy, ladies and gentlemen. But if you start giving gifts to everyone, then you will have no money. My 8th money trap to avoid is giving gifts to everyone. Because if you give gifts to everyone, then you end up just having no money. To avoid this trap, give gifts another way. Money isn't the only way to show appreciation. You can write a card or just tell someone how grateful you are for them. Trap number 9, absurd holiday decorations. You know, I take a lot of walks during the day. It helps me think of my jokes to break up the monotony of some of these videos. But when I was walking, I saw this sign. This is what our country has come to, ladies and gentlemen. We are hiring people to put up Christmas lights. I am a fan of Christmas lights, but I think it's a little absurd to pay someone else to do it. It kind of defeats the purpose, in my opinion. You know, the holidays are expensive, and spending all this money on decorations is just an unnecessary expense. So my 9th money trap to avoid is spending too much money on decorations. Don't hire someone to put up your Christmas lights. And to avoid this trap, just be realistic. Don't spend all this extra money just to be in the holiday spirit. Trap number 10. Forgetting what the holidays are actually about. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the time of the year when you see a lot more people on street corners asking for money, and families start to get in more arguments because the holidays are expensive and money is tight. But love is not about gift giving. Joy is not about possessions. The holidays are not about consumerism. My final money trap is forgetting what the holidays are about. You know, these things, these superficial traditions that we have distract us from what the holidays are actually about. Because the holidays are about family and getting together and celebrating our short time on this planet. And to avoid this trap, start having conversations, because I actually think that most people agree that the holidays and consumerism has gotten extremely toxic, but most people are just too scared to talk about it. You know, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving yesterday if you're watching from the United States. Hopefully you didn't celebrate Black Friday. And with that, muchas gracias, que tengan un buen día, nos vemos, chicos.